Unless I've messed you up. I really hope I've not messed you up here. But no, I don't think we're live yet.
We are live now, yeah.
There we are.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone, to the Paxton Road TV coverage of the Champions League draw. And I have the shirt on, the shirt that I thought I would put away in the back of the cupboard and never to come out as I walked through the dark, lonely streets of Leipzig after that horrible, horrible night pre-COVID when we were knocked out under Jose, when we had no strikers. Oh, terrible, terrible. Anyway, we've got ourselves back into the competition, and let me introduce a very good friend of mine, and a good friend of yours too. Hello, Darius. How are we doing?
We're here. I am so excited. We are back where we belong, and hopefully we're gonna get a little bit of a lucky draw because you know what? I hope we can go far, and I'm praying we can go far. But I'm just happy to be back. I'm happy to be back. So you know what? Let's get on with this. Let's wait until this draw happens. I know we've got a few teams that we probably want to avoid, but Sean, I'm very happy to be back in the Champions League, mate. Honestly.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't believe. I mean, and that night in Leipzig was just the pits, and I just thought it summed up everything. Jose in charge, no strikers because we were decimated with injuries, horrible. We were absolutely murdered on the night. It just was and a long walk back through the dark streets of Leipzig. It was not very nice, and I think I probably caught COVID to go with it as well. So the Champions League has got some remedying for me to do. But anyway, that's all well and good. Looking forward to this. But I thought I'd knock up some slides earlier on. Let's see if we can get these added to the stream.
Look at you, man. Look at you. I'm proud.
So this is the pot one. So these are going to be the A to H groups. We will pick one of those. Who would you like, Darius? Who would you like?
So just remind me, Sean, it's one team from each pot, and you can't have a team.
Yeah. So these are the sort of the top seeded teams. The only team we can't have in this group is Man City.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'd love to see what everybody else thinks as well. So if you are, watching with us, please make sure you let us know in the comments who you want. But if I'm gonna have to choose my one, is it easy? Is it an easy option to say Frankfurt? Is that the easy one? Or are you looking at maybe a Porto, or are you thinking maybe you want to go and get one of the big clubs and just go against them? Me personally, I want to go Frankfurt here because all those clubs there, even Porto and Ajax, I think have a very, very, very long lineage in this competition. Maybe not PSG to an extent, but the players in that club. And I just think that maybe the occasion would get to a couple players against, a big team like that. Obviously, history of Bayern Munich, history of Real Madrid. I just think Frankfurt would be the one. Frankfurt would be the one for me. I don't think that's a scared thing to say because all those teams there look incredibly intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, it's a city I don't think we've travelled to in Europe for quite a while. I'm sure, the travelling fans would love to go have a day in Frankfurt. I'm sure the others one the only other one we haven't really seen is, as you say, PSG. I mean, I would love to go up against PSG, I must admit, because because I think their defence is get outable, I think it'll be interesting. Although obviously it would have been even sweeter if Pochettino had still been the coach, but never mind. That's
If I was to ask you this, then who would you most want to avoid out of this group? Then, if I know we've got both probably choose Frankfurt as a team we want, but who would you most want to avoid out of this pot?
I think Real. I think I want to avoid Real if I can. Yeah, I'd like to see them in knockout groups, if anything. I just think. Although, Bayern as well, I mean, although we've obviously got some revenge to extract out of them after the last one. So, I think, but it's a tough call for me between Real or Bayern Munich. But, I suppose that's the luck of the draw, that you just take what you can get. Yeah. So,
no easy games, by the way, in that pot. Zero easy games, in my opinion.
No.
So
we'll have a look. So we'll have a look at pot two then, shall we?
Yes, go ahead.
This is the one that we're in. So these are the teams that we are avoiding. So there's some teams
so we don't get any of these.
We don't get any of these. So obviously we can't get Liverpool, Chelsea because of the same association. Barcelona, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, and my friends at Leipzig. Yeah. So I'm quite pleased that we're missing many of these, I have to say. Atletico Madrid would be a tough customer, for example. And Sevilla as well. I thought it would be nice to have a reunification with Coco Lamela, but that's obviously going to be saved until the spring.
I mean, I think, to be honest with you, you look at these teams, and obviously Barcelona, Juventus, very historical clubs, don't really want to come against them. I think Barcelona look very strong. I think Juventus are building a pretty decent team as well if you actually look at the transfer business they've done. But you know what? As much as I used to have that fear of Atletico Madrid, and I really, really did, I think there's something going on in Atletico Madrid. I think maybe, Cholo, Diego Simeone's time might be coming towards an end. It might be getting a little bit stale. He's been there a long, long time now. So I think maybe we might have got a bit unlucky not being able to get, the two Spanish clubs. But I wouldn't want to face Leipzig. I wouldn't want to face Barcelona. And I definitely wouldn't want to face Juventus either. So I think we got a bit lucky. But I also think the two Spanish clubs might have been a bit of a better option for us to go against. So, maybe
that's the benefit. That's the benefit of pot 2 for us, Lynn, that we avoid some, and we obviously will get.
I'm happy we're not playing Lewandowski. I'll tell you that for sure, Sean.
Yeah, he would be. Oh God, he would be better. He would. Well, we know what he did for us the last time. So and it wasn't him that scored all the goals either.
It was Gnabry, wasn't it?
Yeah. God, dear, oh dear. Ex-Arsenal player now. All right, we'll scoot slowly over that one, shall we? Okay, so this is where it starts to get very interesting indeed. These are all teams that we can get. So your favourites, Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, it's my second team. That is.
Yeah, we've been there a few times.
I think we won 3-0 once, didn't we?
Yeah, but we've also got our backsides handed to us in other games as well. Yeah. The other Red Bull team, Salzburg. Don't know much about them. What do you reckon?
Always a team that will have talent, in and around that team. I think you notice everybody who's very good who's at Salzburg ends up either at a big club or at Leipzig. So you'll probably be able to source a few, up and coming future talents from that team during this Champions League run. But to be honest with you, a lot of the big name players, or should I say a lot of the big prospects in Salzburg have already moved on. I think the big one to probably be worried about is Benjamin Sesko, but again, he's only there for another year now, so he'll be going to Leipzig next year, but he's a very, very good striker. So I think Salzburg just play good football. You know what the Red Bull clubs are like. They always play good football. They always bring up talents from parts of the world where you wouldn't expect, those talents to be. And I always respect that as well. I mean, not many clubs are going to remote African countries and South American countries and sourcing out talents from there. So I'm happy to see that they do that. But I think it wouldn't be, as bad as maybe a Salzburg from 2 or 3 years ago, when they had Haaland and Hwang Hee-chan and the likes of those players. So I think it'll be a good game, but it won't be as bad as
they're kind of a bit like a sort of Austrian Ajax in that they generate players and then move them on. Isn't that? It was Jesse Marsch at Salzburg?
Yeah. So Jesse Marsch was at Salzburg when Haaland was there. They've had so many. You could name off the players off the top of your head. Mane was there. Keita was there. Szoboszlai was there. So many good players were there, and I just think that there will always be like one or two, from that contingency that will make it out. And I think it's the Champions League where everybody gets to see them perform on that stage because nobody's really watching the Austrian league. I know I'm for a fact I'm not watching the Austrian league, so this is where you really get to see the real talented players shine. So I think there'll be a couple players that will probably come out, may even get January moves, but definitely not as much talent as before in the previous years. I mean, they were competing with Liverpool and doing well against Liverpool a few years ago, Salzburg. So yeah, not as strong as they were before, to be fair with you.
No. Okay. So then we get Shakhtar Donetsk, who will be playing in Poland, given the situation that's happening there.
That makes sense. I was going to ask that question.
Yeah. So they've got a good history in this tournament and in Europe generally. I don't know much about their players, whether they've been able to play very much. So they might be weakened by the fact that, events have overtaken their country, sadly. And, so for me, they wouldn't, I would be quite happy to play them. The next two, however, oh God.
Oh, Sean.
Inter
and I know
or
that you
Napoli.
can talk about these two as well.
Oh, man, Inter or Napoli, blooming heck.
Neither.
I mean, I don't want to play either of these, to be fair.
Neither.
I think Inter, have recovered from, the sort of, the fact that Conte left and, their financial issues. They seem to have got through the summer and been stronger, built a stronger team. They've retained their coach. So I think, it's all looking good in that part of Milan. And Napoli, well, Napoli just, it's like going into going as an away fan. It's
I kind of want to just talk
about
about Napoli just for a second with you, because
of course,
I feel like I've underestimated that Napoli team, and now I look at it, and with the addition of Kim Min-jae and me and Jack's favorite player at the moment, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, they look, and obviously our boy, who I don't think will be able to play against us, if I'm not mistaken.
No. That doesn't apply in European competitions.
Wow.
That rule only applies in the Premier League, and I think it's a nonsense. I think the Premier League should be scrapping that. If you loan a player to an opposition, what's one player going to do? I mean, I just think it messes up the integrity of the league. To be fair. Conor Gallagher not being able to play for Palace against Chelsea last year, it's nonsense. It's a nonsense.
I agree with you. And you know what? I think now you mentioned it, it scares me, because in my head, my premonition is Ndombele has a worldie, dominates Bentancur and Højbjerg, and we're going to all look very, very silly when he does so. But I don't want that to happen. I really, really, really want to avoid Napoli as much as possible in this pot, because I'll be honest with you, I would rather Dortmund. I would rather Leverkusen. And I think those two are both really good teams. But the way they play football, I feel like we could take advantage of that. It's very similar to Liverpool, where they've got a lot of pride in the way they play football. And I think we could take advantage of that. However, Napoli,
Napoli carry a chip on their shoulder. They're looked down from the great northern teams, and even to a lesser extent Roma as well. The Roman teams as well don't really, consider Napoli. I mean,
they might be the strongest Italian team at the moment, or definitely, along with the Milan clubs, they are probably the third strongest team on paper. And if they really get going, if you actually think about the team that they've got, I think they could be very, very threatening to it. I mean, Victor Osimhen and Kvaradona. I mean, those two going forward alone, it scares the living daylights out of me, and I don't think we need to worry about that in the group stage, especially when you have the likes of potentially Salzburg, Donetsk, Sporting, and Benfica, who are both huge, massive clubs, but I still think aren't at the level that Inter and Napoli are at. So there's a lot to avoid. I don't think we're going to get an easy group. At all.
I mean, there is a potential for a very easy group. I'll share what I did with a simulator earlier. But the coverage is just starting, by the way, on UEFA. So it will, it will be dragged out, unfortunately, and I'm sure Darius will have got better things to do than hang around while the adverts are going on. But I'm sure.
Well, we can talk about all these potential.
We can talk about these teams,
that are going to be.
So we've got two. So in this pot three, then we've got two Portuguese teams: Sporting Lisbon, again, good history, and then Benfica. Wow, Jan Vertonghen.
I think with these two clubs, again, I have a lot of respect for Sporting and Benfica, and Porto to that extent. I think the Portuguese clubs are trenched in history, and I think the likes of Real Madrid get the plaudits that they deserve. But you think about Benfica, like in the '60s and stuff like that.
The team of
the same
level.
Oh yeah, that Eusebio team. Even me, like a 20-year-old kid, can still appreciate that Benfica team and what they did. So I think just having that history and that sort of prestige, you go to that ground and they're gonna have flares everywhere. They're gonna be screaming from the roofs. They're gonna be so up for it. I just think it's never going to be an easy game, but if you look at the quality of the team on paper, really and truly, you should be, as a Spurs team, with the amount of depth we've got, we should be doing a job on that team, in my opinion. And I think also they've lost quite a lot of their star players. I mean, Nunez I think he was from Sporting. He went to Wolves. So they have lost a few players. I mean, Vitinha, he was at Porto. I know Porto weren't in this pot, but again, Vitinha went to PSG. So a lot of the Portuguese clubs, I think people are realizing now, after Bruno, after the likes of Bernardo Silva and things like that, I think people realize Portuguese players transfer quite well into the other leagues. And yeah, I don't think the Portuguese teams are as strong as they were even last year to that extent. So again, I would rather Portuguese teams in this pot than the Italian teams, than the German teams, even Salzburg to an extent. I'd rather the Portuguese teams over Salzburg. But it will be a very hard game. Like, the atmosphere will be amazing at that Benfica stadium. I can't remember the name of the stadium. It's killing me now.
Stadium of Light. The Stadium of Light. It's where the original Stadium of Light is something that Sunderland of all teams cover. But they're a fine traditional team, and obviously it'd be great to welcome Jan Vertonghen back to Tottenham Hotspur, wouldn't it?
Completely forgot about that.
Yeah. I believe Vertonghen and Dyer are in daily contact even now. That they
really okay.
Yeah, so that I would imagine that
he's probably teaching in Portuguese. That's probably what he's doing. Probably his Portuguese tutor.
Teacher Eric. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so before we go on, we'll look at the next slide, shall we? Pot 4, which is supposedly the Orsorans. And there's some teams in here as well that we've got history with, or we might want to avoid.
I thought it was going to be a lot easier. I can't lie to you. I didn't think there was going to be this many decent teams in pot 4 either. I won't lie to you. Oh my god!
The one that immediately steps out to me, Marseille.
Yeah, that's the one for me as well.
Yeah.
Rangers.
Well, less so Rangers, less so Celtic.
Yeah. I like them both.
Obviously, I want them. I want them to do well as an adopted Scot. But Dynamo Zagreb.
Yeah.
Again, a repeat of a
club. You look at Club Brugge as well. I mean, they've got another talent factory. That club is an absolute talent factory. So, Club Brugge, I think did they beat Man City last? Oh, I can't remember. They got a big win against a team last year. I can't remember what it was. But
and then maybe a return to Haifa, to Israel.
Haifa. I mean, Pils. I think Pils in a Czech team. If I'm not, I can't remember.
Yeah. So that's for the beer drinkers amongst us. Yeah,
So I mean, you look at that and you think Club Brugge, Marseille. I would put Rangers in there, and even probably Zagreb. That's 4 teams that are good teams. Like, you're not going to be able to brush over any of these teams. And I think even if you go to the likes of Israel, it's a long journey, so that's going to have an effect on you as well. So there's no easy games in this Champions League. There are really no easy games.
All right, so let's have a look at some comments then. Some early comments. Citratu. I hope I've done that right. Done you right there, for my friend. Can you tell us who Barcelona potential group stage?
So they can get what pot of Barcelona in? They were in pot 2, weren't they? They
were in our pot. Yeah, so we can't get them. So to be honest, our concern is, can we play them or not? And the answer is not at this stage. So a big up to the Paxton Road crew from Tenno Football. Thank you very much.
Big up, Tenno.
There's Kevin. We're live to Zurich. How's it going, lads? They're still talking and showing pictures of the good, the great, and the good, as far as I can see. Tenno Football watchers get a group of death. Yeah, I have a suspicion that it could be that. Yeah, we've already indicated when we're going through the pots some of the potentials. Banana skins for us on the way.
I'm not going to be surprised if we are in a crazy group. I will not be surprised.
And there's someone who's got Latin numerals. Oh God, my Latin was not that good. But a big up from Paxton Road. Oh, and here's a friend of ours.
Oh, look who it is.
Not studied the pots. Who can we get? See, if you don't join the broadcast earlier, we would have handed you out. But Sam, thanks for that.
Sam, to be fair with you, I'm pretty sure we'll go through them again before it
Yeah,
starts, but
definitely. Yeah,
it's looking difficult. I mean, if you could you go to part two again so we could see who we
yeah,
can't get?
certainly.
Because
Yeah.
I think it's easier to show the people who we can't get rather than all the teams that we can get. So you look at that, Sam,
So
and we
let's.
can avoid Barcelona, Juve, Atletico, Sevilla, and Leipzig. So everybody else in the Champions League is pretty much fair game. So that's
Yep,
probably the best way to look at it.
absolutely. I hope that helps, Sam. Uh, and this is we just got to pot four. So
Yeah.
yeah. Go back to the comments. There's what part are Arsenal in? Yeah,
They're on
yeah,
tomorrow, 12 o'clock, 12:30 tomorrow with United. That's when you can watch Arsenal.
yeah. That they're in the pot, which goes in the spliff. That X is rolling up as we speak, no doubt. Yeah. Oh, and there's
Here we
Sid.
go.
Oh, Sid. They're
Here we
smoking
go.
pot. Yeah. Okay. Oh, a visitor.
Oh,
A Chelsea fan. Thank you very much for your custom today. Yeah. Thank you for the point the other week as well, and the fact that our boss was considerably less guilty than yours. But never mind.
yes.
We move. We move.
We'll wait for the next game at Tottenham
Yeah.
Hotspur Stadium for us to
Yeah.
bring out,
See you in February. Yeah. Colin Francis, feeling like most of us, I would imagine. Can't lie, I'm terrified. Yeah.
You know what it is, Sean. Are you terrified? Let me ask you this: Are you terrified? Because
No,
I'm
I'm
not
not.
terrified.
Do you know, I'm not terrified. I'm looking forward to. I fluctuate between, yeah, let's have a really tough group and let's have a really easy group. I can't, I mean, I don't expect us to win this tournament, but do you know what? My concern is domestic matters.
Mm-hmm.
It's about domestic trophies for me, or domestic. I want us to be having a go at Pochettino's points record and
Mm-hmm.
maybe
That's
picking up
my
a
stance.
domestic cup. So
Mm-hmm.
this is
That's my
all
stance as
bonus to
well.
me. This is all bonus to me, even if we finish third and we're in the Europa League. We have the bonus then of beating Arsenal on the way to winning that trophy.
Well, even if we finish fourth and we
Well,
get knocked out,
yeah,
we've got Conte on a game a week with this
yeah,
massive squad. So I
yeah.
think this is a free hit for me. This is why I'm not that, if we get Real Madrid and then we go and get, I don't know, Dortmund, I genuinely won't be that mad because
Uh-huh.
I think as Tottenham, you have to look at it like this. With the manager that we've got, he's not Thomas Tuchel. He's not a specialist cup manager.
Yeah,
His specialism comes in, a 38 game season.
yeah, yeah,
So to
definitely.
me, this seems like a free hit. I mean, if you go and beat Real Madrid and you get knocked out as a Spurs fan, we're not going to get to play Real Madrid that often. I'll be able to
Uh-huh.
laugh at any Real Madrid fan that I know and say, little old Tottenham beat you. So it may sound quite shallow, but to be fair with you, if we aren't going to do anything in this competition and get far, a feather in the cap might just be something that I'm happy with.
Yeah.
Maybe I might be thinking a little bit too, negatively. Maybe
Well,
we could do better than I'm expecting. But I mean, I won't be mad if we, like you said, we finished third. We got maybe a win against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, and then we go into the Europa League and we potentially knock out like the likes of Arsenal, United. I think that'll be fine for me. So
uh-huh.
it depends on what your expectations for this cup is.
Well,
To be
talking
fair
of
with you.
expectations and close to home to you, look at this comment.
Go on.
So
We'll see. We'll see rotation. At least we
we'll
have
see
enough players in
rotation.
balance. Yeah.
We can do well in both competitions.
I think. I think Sam wants to win a big one. We all know Sam wants to win a big one. For me, when you look at the amount of quality in these teams, I mean, PSG are Neymar. It's World Cup year, so when it's World Cup year, Neymar just turns into a freak of nature. He's
I mean,
scored and assisted so many times already in the first three games this season.
I haven't really been following, but there's been a bit of a I don't know, a contretemps between Neymar and Mbappe, and it seems to have put a rocket
Yeah,
under Neymar's arse, and he's like assisting like nobody's business and
he's
creating chances and maybe taking chances like
they look
there's no
amazing.
tomorrow.
Like they do look amazing. I can't lie to you, Sean. And I
Yeah,
just like think about PSG, then you think about cities, and you think about Chelsea's in cup competitions. You think about the likes of Real Madrid. Then you've got Dortmund, Bayern's. It's just there's too much for us to overcome. And we're not like Chelsea in the sense of we can grind out. Or sorry, not Chelsea, Real Madrid, where we can grind out. You know, Real Madrid beat Chelsea, PSG, and Man City on the way to that Champions League.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be very tough for Tottenham to get lucky that many times. So, like I said, depending on how depending on how far you want to get in this competition, I think is how scared you're going to be of who we get. I'll be happy with a tough group because I think it will show a lot of character if we can beat a big team in that group stage. So.
Well, Sid has already said that Sam has nailed his colours to the mast, and he's doing it even more. Here he says, are we in better shape than we were in 2019?
Of course,
yeah.
But context is needed, Sam. There's a lot of other teams that are a lot better shape than they were in 2019. You know, I mean,
he's also saying that we've got a better manager.
For the league, yeah. For the Champions League, his record is pretty poor if you actually look at it.
In Europe, he's not really set the header ablaze, has he? So,
So I do know what he's saying. I do understand we've got Harry Kane's, we've got Sons, we have Romero's, we have the players and the manager, but it's a different level Bayern Munich. Like Bayern Munich, PSG's, Real Madrid, Barcelona, it's a different level. Like you need to have that. And
anyway, I'm gonna go to my other broadcast here to see what's happening. Oh, it seems lots more talking.
I think people are getting awards. That's what I can see.
Is it? Yeah. Lots of clapping. Yeah. I think Ledley.
I think they're going to give like the best awards and all that. I think we're going to be here for maybe a bit longer than we expect. Well, they love to drag this out. They do, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. There's no sign of any draws yet, folks. So don't worry. We're not missing anything. I've got 2 browser windows open here, trying to keep on top of it all. But So anyway, earlier on, I did a simulator. Oh no! Here we have the match dates once the draws have been made. So if you want to put these in your diary, match day 1 is either on the 6th or 7th of September because it's Tuesday or Wednesday. Thanks to Rodrigo Bentancur. So match day 2 is the 13th and 14th of September. Match day 3 is the 4th and 5th of October, with the match day 4 on the 11th and 12th of October, and then match day 5 is the 25th or 26th of October, and the final match day is either the 1st or 2nd of November, just before the World Cup. So make sure you've got those dates in your diaries. Make sure when the match order will be sorted out after the draw that you know where you're going to be playing. We are, this schedule is mad, isn't it, Darius? We've talked about it here and elsewhere. How the schedule this week is absolutely bonkers.
It's a little bit crazy, and I mean, this is what I mean about you look at the season gone, or not the season gone. Sorry, the first 3 games of this season gone, and I think a lot of people are forming opinions on teams a little bit too quickly because we haven't even got into the the meat and bones of the season. We haven't even got into the second and third competitions of the season yet. And I was looking at, for example, again, don't really want to talk about them because they're not even in the Champions League, but looking at Arsenal's fixtures, I mean, yeah, they've scored 9 goals, they won 3 games. They're the only team to win 3 games, that's great. But in October, I believe they play something like 9 games in 4 weeks. And if that doesn't have an effect on your team, if they win every game, then they are really serious. But in my opinion, that's when you'll see like cracks start to show. And the same for us. When we're playing Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, potentially, or Tuesday, Saturday, it's going to show. So I think this is when the season really starts. Do you know what I mean? It's good to get a good head start. It's good to, get a win on the board. 7 points from 9, I think, is good for us. But at the end of the day, these games piling on each other are going to really, really have an effect on these teams. I can see our new coach, by the way. I was just about to say I can see our new coach.
Yaya Toure working on stage, doing his best with the kids at Hotspur Way.
Great role model for some of those.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're not going to learn from someone like that, who are you going to learn from? Yeah?
If Pape Matar was to get any individual to teach him how to play football, I mean, Yaya Toure is the one, because him and Pape Sarr, I think Pape Sarr should model his playing career or play style off Yaya Toure.
I noticed that Basuma's already got a picture taken with the big man.
Oh, I'm not surprised. He must be an absolute legend to some of those African football players, because Yaya Toure, for me, is one of the most talented African players, if not the most talented African player, one of them at least, because some of the stuff he was doing for Man City, I'll never forget. I mean, he could do everything.
Of course, we probably won't have him at Hotspur Way for long. He'll get his badges and move on. Yeah. But, hopefully he lays some roots down. Him and Jermaine with the older age group, will pass on their undoubted knowledge. I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, very good.
The schedule's tight though. I mean, get two weeks in the match day, but it's like
they follow it done by November. Week. Then there's a gap, which we'll probably be playing a Carabao Cup game. Then there's 2 games together, a week apart, another gap, and then 2 weeks. I don't know. It's a lot. Right up to the World Cup. I don't know. Is there an international break at all?
November? No, I think there's one coming up, and then I think there might be one in November. If not, then they probably won't do an international break, given the World Cup being, the month after.
So. I think there's some Nation Leagues games. I think that England have got to play. So
potentially, yeah. But it's going to be tough. I mean, like I said, the season's not even started yet. Having a week in between games is a nice feeling, but this is not normal. It's not normal. There's going to be a lot of games coming up for teams. So
definitely. I think as Sam has already indicated, rotation is going to be key for us.
Yeah,
and for many others.
I have a feeling, to be fair with you, and I'm thinking now, if we are not dead and buried, if we sort of get a horrible group and it goes really wrong in the first 3 or 4 games, do you think Conte is going to sort of try and push to get in the Europa League, or do you think he'll want to, almost get that 4th place so we could have
it's all about
concentration
money,
on that league? That's true, yeah.
It's all about money. The higher you finish, even if we were to only get Europa League, and that is a possible given what groups we could get. We could, we could certainly struggle in terms of, if we were to get a Real Madrid and a Napoli and a Marseille. Could you imagine that as a group? Oh my God. That would be hell, wouldn't it?
Not manifesting anything, because I am, like I said, I think Colin mentioned he is terrified. If Colin would like to explain sort of the reason why, I'm terrified because of the fact that I know what's going to happen, and I do feel like we're going to have like a disgraceful group. But
anyway,
I'm also not scared, so I'm quietly confident.
Just to calm you down a wee bit, the last slide I've got here is I did a draw simulation. I don't know if you can see that actually, but
I can see that.
Yeah, it's so we finished up in group. Where have we gone?
We're in H.
We're in H, yes, with Frankfurt and Sporting Lisbon and Marseille.
That would probably be my perfect group.
A perfect group, wouldn't it?
Group, wouldn't it? Yeah. Maybe a Maccabi Haifa in there or a Silzen in there to even sweeten it even more. But I mean, I'm looking at look at Group B that you've done there. Look at Group F that you've done there. Look at Group G that you've done there. Look at Group A even. I mean, it's not going to be an easy group. I've come to that conclusion now, and I think we're getting started. I think we are slowly going to be getting started here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause it at a certain time, Sean, because I feel like I'm slightly ahead of you.
All right.
You know what I'll do? I'm going to carry on playing it when they start mixing the pot for the first time.
All right.
Then I'll pause it, and then you tell me when they're mixing it on your screen, and then we'll be okay. It's Giorgio Marchetti, same guy every single year. I love this guy.
Oh. Yes, I see the people standing in front of the pots. Yeah.
Yeah. So when they start, when they start the actual draw, I'll pause it, and then you let me know when they've started it on your screen, and then we'll be able to react the same. Hopefully, react at the same time.
It's going to be probably difficult because I'm on a micro player here, so it's quite small in terms.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, no, you don't necessarily have to pause. You let me know when they start rolling those balls, because they haven't done it for me yet. So I'm guessing they're just talking about what pot's which and who's in what and how's it going to work out.
That guy looks like Claudio Ranieri.
He does. He's really good. I love. He's in all the draws for European competitions. I really do like him. I think it's Giorgio Marchetti's his name. So
yeah,
he's a cool guy. I'm ashamed. I'm kind of sad that Kate Abdo's not there though, because she was always on those shows speaking of 5 or 6 different languages that she could speak as well. So
one of the women used to is a Spurs fan as well. I think Resman.
Is she? Oh, nice.
Resman,
nice.
I think she's done it before. She's a Spurs fan. So yeah.
We need some luck.
I think she works for Real TV, but she's a Spurs fan. Yeah.
We need some massive luck.
We do need some massive luck. Yeah.
Look at the team, Sean.
Oh,
I'm nervous,
man.
Mate.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. We'll be fine. Let's have a look.
We'll be good.
Let's see what the comments are coming in.
Yeah.
We're in good as shape as I've seen for a while. Conte looking for a big win this season. Watch.
Confidence, Sam. I love it.
Confidence, Sam. Yeah. Sid, Yaya to fix the draw for us.
Please, Yaya,
yes.
Please.
Yeah. What's he saying? Rijkaard played for that Milan team and he managed that Barcelona team. Yeah, he's a legend. He's a legend of the game too. Yeah.
Legend.
Okay, and then Zuki Spur. Big up Zuki Spur. Tottenham come to conquer. The original English European conqueror. Never forget that. Whenever they laid that, you've got no history. We were one game away from being the first team in the European Cup final. We lost to Benfica in tragic circumstances. And we won the Cup Winners' Cup in 1963. The first team. So don't ever, we've earned our flowers. Let's say that anyway. Yeah.
We're just back. It's just cycles, Sean. It's all it is cycles. We're back to where we're meant to be now. So, you know what? I'm very happy. Anytime somebody mentions that, I'm always bringing that fact up. I was like, you may say that we've got no history, but I'm pretty sure you Arsenal fans that clown me, you haven't actually won a European trophy, or you've probably won the most.
Oh no, they have won European trophies. Yeah.
I was going to say, I think they've won one. So. Yeah, I don't really want to hear any Arsenal fans talk about European. You could talk about domestic glory, or you're like, I can't say anything to that.
Yeah, look,
European glory.
There's Colin confirming what I said. We got cheated against Benfica all those years ago. Yeah, that was a double winning team. The following season, we got to the semi-final, and there's still a steward's inquiry on that semi-final. And I was only 1 year old at the time, but my dad told me all about it.
Baby Sean was like, it's a travesty. It's a travesty.
Yeah.
I think they're starting now, FFHD. I think they are just explaining everything on my screen right now. So
yeah, there's lots of pretty lights and what have you. Yeah. So maybe
I'm so excited. I'm excited and nervous at the same time because I do love watching as many Champions League games as I possibly can watch. So it is just fun knowing who's going to be in what group.
I mean, to see players like Modric, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I always say it's always good to, not necessarily always watch the teams that are going to get promoted or the teams that are going to go forward, the teams that are going to go ahead. I always like to watch the teams that potentially could be underdogs, could potentially upset, because I think you expect Real Madrid, obviously Barcelona last year had a travesty in the Champions League, but you expect those teams to go through. So you're going to get to watch them later on. But your Ajaxes, your Donetsk, they're always going to potentially bring something to the table. So
yeah,
I'm interested. I'm very interested to see who we get. I hope we get. I want to get Dortmund. I want to see Tottenham Dortmund again. That's my teams, man. I'd love to see that.
Oh. I think my players reset. Oh God! Oh, you have to be in charge. Yeah.
No worries. I can explain. They are literally just advertising all the teams now. So AC Milan they're advertising. Bayern Munich, all the champions of their countries.
All right. Yeah, I think I've reset it here. So I'm getting. It's hard to say now. It looks like the titles again. Yeah. Porto. Yeah, something's already happened.
I'm on the same as you now. Perfect. Yeah. So, at least you know what? To be fair with you, Sean, I thought we'd be here for a lot longer than 40 minutes waiting for the draw. They haven't wasted a lot of time, to be fair with me. So I'm not too mad at UEFA for that.
No. And I've got the UEFA page up, so they've got Group A, Group B, and as they allocate a team, I'll be able to follow. So,
well, pot one's coming up right now, so we're going to find out who's going to be. You know, well, we'll only get
who's going to be the lead team in our group, possibly.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
By the way, I just wanted to mention, I think FFHD says, where can you watch it? I think you can watch it on UEFA's website. I think you can also watch it on BT Sports YouTube channel, which is what I'm watching it on. So, yeah, it's free to watch. You can watch it on YouTube if you just search Champions League draw. Yaya Toure is just going to reveal the first team now. And he's chosen Ajax.
I
don't know if I did.
They don't. I don't think that Group D.
I love draws. I love draws so much.
It's funny, they don't go to Group A, but they've gone to Group D, yeah. Or have they?
I think they're in Group A. I think I saw Ajax.
All right, sorry, my apologies. Yeah.
And then he's opening the next one just now.
Porto.
FC Porto.
Group B. So, I'll take either of those.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Although
so I'm just assuming they're just going to
a reunion with Steven Bergwijn. I don't really want, because he will be one hell of a motivated player.
He's in form at the moment. I don't want to be anywhere near that man. I don't want to be anywhere near that man at the moment because he's scoring goals for fun. Third one just coming up right now. Oh, the big boys.
Bayern. So avoid Group C, please.
At all costs. All costs. I don't care.
Unless we want revenge. I'm sure there's some people in my Twitter feed like Jason McGovern of Last Word on Spurs. He'll want Bayern because he'll want revenge. Yeah.
Right, Sean, I'm going to be extra lazy now. I'm going to prop my phone up so I can lie down on my bed. Look at me.
Look at that.
I've got my iPad here with the draw.
Group D. You can see me, guys. There's our call. That's our group. Group D. Eintracht Frankfurt.
Is it?
Yep. Group D.
Eintracht.
That's the one we want.
Yeah. D for Darius. Hopefully.
D for Darius. Yes. Any karma, we'll bring it in. We'll bring it into the room. Yeah. Definitely. So, Yaya Toure's drawn the next one. And it's Milan. Milan in Group E.
Okay, interesting. I really like Milan, by the way, Sean. I think Milan.
Do you know what? I mean, before I went to Italy, Milan were the team I kind of followed. I like the history. I like the colours. I like the strip. I liked, Luigi Rivera. Gianni Rivera. The players that they had in the history. But I went to Rome and I saw them throw away a 2-goal lead in the last 10 minutes. I said, that's my team. They're Spursy. They're so Spursy.
I love that. that.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Group F has been
Real
drawn.
Madrid.
Real Madrid. Oh, no. Please, no.
Yeah. We've got two more now. Are we pot 2, by the way? We're pot 2.
We're pot 2, yeah. So we'll be up amongst the next ones, yeah.
I'm nervous. My heart's racing. We are staying for the whole draw.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm definitely
Perfect. And Man City have just been drawn as well now.
Man City in G. So we can't be in G.
Yeah, that's true. We're out of G now, so that's the point. But we can still go against Scottish teams, right? Can't we? That's
yeah.
Cool.
But they're not in. They're all in pot 4, so
yeah.
There'll be a concern later on.
So who's left then? Is it?
Who's left? It
PSG,
should be
of course.
PSG.
I love seeing all the owners of the clubs there.
Yeah. Part of me wants to go up against PSG. I'd like to go.
I do as well.
I'd like a trip.
As much
I'd
as
like
I'd
a
be
trip
scared
to
to play
Paris.
them,
I'd like a trip to Paris.
I think it would be a very, very fun game for us to play PSG.
So pot 2. Well, should we get pot 2? Should we get pot 2 on the screen?
Yeah, let's get up on the screen for people to see. That's good. That's a good idea.
So pot
there
2
you go, guys.
It's us. So we're here: Leipzig, Sevilla, Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, Barcelona, Chelsea, and Liverpool.
Oh, my hands.
So,
some big teams. Big teams that we're avoiding.
Are they taking some? Or they're
just going. Yeah, they're just going through the teams, like a little bit of a mini clip of all of them. Atletico Madrid right now.
Yeah, I just seen that.
Sevilla.
Yeah. So no reunion with Coco Lamela, unfortunately. I'd love to see that.
Hey, I mean, what happens if we see him in the knockouts? What happens if Sevilla make a crazy?
Well, no, I saw someone tweeted earlier in the week. They just finished third, so they can win the Europa League.
You know what? I would be definitely. You know what? If Sevilla was second place and they lost their second place on the last match day of the Champions League, then I would be definitely calling match fixing, because those guys, that Europa League is their bread and butter. I don't know if it's Emery's bread and butter or Sevilla's bread and butter, but they won it 3 times in a row, I believe. Or is it twice or 3 times in a row?
Emery's not in Europe this year, is he?
No.
Real didn't make it, no. So.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Group A.
Keep us in Group A.
Come on, yeah.
Group A will do.
Come on, yeah. Who was in Group A, Sean? Remind me.
Ajax.
It was Ajax.
Ooh.
Or do we get a rematch? Oh no, that will be good though. That I'm really liking that already. Ajax and Leipzig. So there can be an E, F, G, or H.
Right.
So they can be, yeah.
All right. Who's this drawing this one now?
Is it Altintop? I don't know if that was Altintop. Hamit's Altintop. I don't know if they.
All right. Yeah. What's he doing here? Oh, he's got a group.
I think F. Is he got an F?
Yeah.
So that is. I'm not even too sure.
Leipzig in Group F with Real Madrid.
Ooh, nice. So
nice.
They were with Man City last year, weren't they?
So we're not getting Real Madrid, folks. Lara will be pleased. No Real for us.
Is this going to be Tottenham?
Don't know. Come on, yeah. Oh, doesn't look like Tottenham to me.
Juventus.
So they could be in any group apart from Milan's group, aren't they?
Yes. No, they can only apparently be in G and H.
Can they? All right.
That's what it seems like.
All right,
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, because the group's teams further down, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a very complicated thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not going to pretend like I even know what's going on, mate. I'm just going to wait till I see Tottenham.
No.
And they are in Group H. So they're with
Paris
PSG.
Well, that's
PSG and Juventus.
Oh, 2 big teams.
Don't want to be in that group.
I don't think. No. Well, we can't be now. So
we can't be. Thank God. Yeah. Well, that's a good group.
That's a potential group of death there, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
2 draws. So come on, yeah.
I think I'd rather wait. I think I'd rather wait for all the teams to be chosen than us last. He's doing well though. He's not messed up yet. He's doing well. He's keeping composed. Yeah.
Oh, that could be us.
It is.
It is us. Oh, who we got?
We could only be in A, B. We can only be in E.
Can only be in E.
Is that what it says? Or can we be in A, B, C, and D as well? Because they're flashing.
Don't know. Anyway,
I think we could be in A, B, C, D, or E.
If it's E, it's Milan.
I'm nervous, mate. I'm nervous. It's going to
be
Bayern.
Yes. Frankfurt.
You get Frankfurt.
Frankfurt. Brilliant.
Yes.
Woo.
Let's go.
Let's go, Spurs.
Oh,
Come on.
Go. That's amazing. We avoided all the big teams. That's amazing. Oh, I'm so happy. Your simulation might come to
Oh God,
be
could
true.
it be? Yeah.
Oh
Anyway,
gosh,
let's
couldn't be
show a few
happier.
more comments
What's
while
the
we're.
comments saying? Comments, tell me how you feel about that,
Oh,
because that feels
Zookie
good. I feel
Spurs,
good about that.
European pots, Tottenham 3, Arsenal 2. That's right. They've won 2 trophies. We won 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Liverpool's next.
Hello,
Liverpool can
hello,
be an
Pafer
AD&C.
for Mohammed. Pick up yourself, Mohammed. Colin Lumsden. Rangers would be hard in Glasgow. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. PSG let themselves down badly last night. What the hell are they doing?
This is Liverpool, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh, Liverpool are in Ajax's group.
Are they? Jammy gets. Yeah.
I believe Group A is Ajax's group.
Oh.
That'll be a good
Kevin
game.
Murray saying BT Sports. Is the draw on BT Sports, Kevin?
You can watch it on BT Sport YouTube channel as well, yeah.
All right, okay. All your streams are quite behind.
No
Sorry,
worries,
Sid.
No
We're
worries,
enjoying it anyway, even if we are behind.
it.
There's no good being in it in advance. Come on, let's just enjoy what we're doing here. We're having fun.
Sevilla next, by the way.
Not Group C. He asked, well, we haven't got Group C. We've got Group D.
We got very lucky, Sean. We got very, very lucky, my friend.
Oh, Dele Alli to Turkey. Oh, what do you think? Quickly.
I don't know if you saw what I put in the group chat, Sean, but
Yeah.
I honestly think Dele Alli's only going to Turkey for a lot of cosmetic surgery, and he'll be back in 2 years' time.
Oh,
I think his hairline was going when he was about 18, 19. I think he's going to go and get a nice transplant, maybe some veneers, might even get a tummy tuck, and then I think he'll be back in England playing for, like, I don't know, a Norwich or something like that, or I think that's exactly what's going to happen to Dele Alli. So it's sad to see it, but I've lost all care, and I'm not really bothered about Dele Alli, to be fair with you. I think a lot of people have a lot of sentiment, but mine went when his care for the club went, so I'm not that bothered. Not that.
So Colin Francis is saying definitely take that. That must be our reference to ours.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's good.
Thank you, Sid. Sevilla got in the same. Barcelona have just been drawn. I can't remember who Sevilla have just been put with, but Sevilla just got.
They're in with Man City.
Man City, that's it. And Barcelona can be in either B or C. So I think Bayern Munich might be in Group C, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, Bayern and Barcelona, they play each other all the time, don't they?
Post-traumatic stress disorder, I was going to say.
Yeah, maybe Barcelona will get B and they'll win with Porto.
Here we go. So they're in Group C. I think they actually are with Porto.
Oh, for God's sake! Oh well, revenge mission for.
No, they're with Bayern Munich. They're with Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
They're with Bayern Munich. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's another big tie.
Bayern Barca again. Oh my gosh! And guess what?
I love this comment from Colin. Liverpool asked VAR to look at the draw.
I was just about to say, Sean, Lewandowski's return to Bayern Munich.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be fun to see.
That'll be a story, won't it? Yeah. Anyway, big up to Catman. Yes.
Oh, hello, Catman.
Yeah.
Catman's on loads of our great friend Jack Kinnicky's. I think Catman came from the Irish Hotspur and Jack Kinnicky. So big up, Catman.
Delhi don't have any issues with his hair. Turkey's hair transplant place.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hair transplants, capital of the world, mate.
Anyway, so we're getting through. We're getting through pot 2. Chelsea have got Milan.
Yeah, I didn't see who Chelsea were with. Are they in Milan's group?
They're in Milan's group. Yeah, good.
And now it's Atletico. Atletico have just been drawn out just now.
So they'll get Porto.
So they'll be with Porto. So that's all sorted now.
That's good for them, isn't it? Yeah.
I can't believe we got Frankfurt. Can you actually believe that?
No, I can't. That's very good.
Can you actually believe that?
That's fantastic.
It's amazing.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
A lot more,
I don't think we've played them in a long while. So yeah, I'm sure the travelling fans will love it. So we're going to
not underestimating them, but like you said, when you're in the likes of when the groups are like PSG, Bayern Munich, and you get Frankfurt, can't.
We've avoided Real. Yeah, my God,
Can't complain. This is the one to look at now, though, because this would probably be the
this is where it gets. This is where it gets a bit. Yes, it will get a bit spicy, won't it? So for pot 3, well, I'll show that on.
Yeah, bring it up. That's a good idea.
Bring it up. So these are the teams that we could get.
This is the big one for me.
And there are some big teams. Would Conte like a visit to Inter?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Apart from Donetsk, because I feel like that's an easy answer, which one would you take out of this pot? And who have we got already? We've got Frank. We've got Frank.
I would like.
We can't
Benfica.
have Dortmund. We can't have Dortmund, and we can't have Leverkusen. So it's either
Benfica.
going to be Salzburg or it's going to be tough. I'm not looking forward to this, mate.
Benfica, please.
Benfica. I think I'm going
to. Come on, Yaya. Yeah, Benfica will be good. Bring back Jan Vertonghen.
I'll take Salzburg. Don't get me wrong. I will take Salzburg, but
yeah,
I'd rather Benfica, and just don't give me any Italian clubs. That's all I ask for.
No, avoid the Italian clubs. And unfortunately, we're in a group where we could get an Italian club. There'll be those Ndombele stands who will be saying, "Yeah, Napoli," because they want their boy to have a field day against us.
No.
Anyway, we need to explain, by the way, that loans, being prohibited against their parent club doesn't apply in Europe.
Yes.
Only applies in the Premier League. The Premier League is out of step. I think the Premier League needs to change, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think it's nonsense that they, to me, it's a lack of integrity that they. And while we're here, can you please?
First up is Napoli, by the way, Sean.
Oh, is it Napoli? Oh.
Yeah, and by the way, continue what you were going to say, because that's so true. Everybody.
Yeah, hit the like, hit the subscribe.
Yeah.
And hit that notification bell for other good stuff, other stuff other than things that I'm involved in.
Don't lie, Sean.
Which tend to be a bit shambolic and a bit rough around the edges.
Nah, but, this has gone perfect.
That's an old man and technology, isn't it?
We're having great fun right now. This has gone perfectly. And they got Group A. Napoli got Group A, so we avoided Napoli. Thank God.
So we've avoided Napoli. So we will see Tanguy in Europe. We will see Tanguy in Britain, in England. He's going to be playing Liverpool and Ajax.
Liverpool, Ajax, and Napoli. That's going to be tough. That's
a group and a half, isn't it? Oh, Liverpool. I think someone's already said Liverpool will ask VAR to look at the draw. Yeah, Colin. There's another great comment here as well. That I'm going to complain that the pot is too dry. Klopp is really. I saw you talking on another stream about Liverpool last night with Jack and Kieran, and I kept because I watched it in replay. I didn't actually see it live. I just kept thinking, come on, bring it out. Klopp has never rebuilt a team. He has a life expectancy, and he just doesn't rebuild a team.
I'm struggling to see. I think you're spot on, Sean. I think you're right.
Did he rebuild Mainz? No. Did he rebuild Dortmund? No. In fact, he nearly went down with Dortmund at one stage. No.
Yeah.
So is this the end of the life expectancy of Liverpool?
It's been 7-7. By the way, Salzburg is with Chelsea and Milan.
Oh, right. Okay. So we still got Inter potentially, though.
Yeah, just on what you said though, I think it's a bit of naivety from Klopp, and I also think it's the way that Klopp manages. By the way, Benfica's next, so I'm going to keep my eyes out. But,
come on, Benfica, yes. Come on, Benfica.
I think it's the way he manages. I just think he's the sort of manager who puts his arm around you and he will let you know how important you are to the team and how essential you are to the team. And then when it comes to actually needing to get rid of these players, you're having to stick up for them and constantly praise them. When really and truly you might be feeling a different way. So I think he's over reliant on players who aren't good enough.
Nothing to do with the caffeine buzz wearing out after 6 years then.
I think it's just one of those things where they're in Group H.
Oh, they've gone to Paris, Juve.
Yeah, Paris and Juve, tough group.
Oh, so
big clubs in that group.
So we could get Sporting or Inter.
Yeah, I think so.
Or Shakhtar.
Or Shakhtar, yeah. Sporting, Inter, or Shakhtar. Yeah, but I just think Liverpool, they definitely could, if they brought a midfielder in of high quality, then I think they would not be, in the situation they're in now. But I think they're just waiting on Jude Bellingham. So it's difficult now when you're trying to play Henderson, Milner, a young Carvalho, Harvey Elliott. It's just not going to work out.
They could take Harry Winks.
I'd love them to. I'd love them to. I'd send him straight there. I'd say 15 million squad builder.
Oh,
Not squad
Dortmund.
builder.
Dortmund.
Ooh,
In with Man
Canadian.
City and Sevilla.
Are they?
Yeah. Oh, that's a toughie. That's a toughie.
Dortmund doing Man City and who? Sorry, Sevilla.
Man City and Sevilla. Yeah. Oh, man, that's a
And
tough
now
one.
we've got, I think they've just brought out, who have they brought out? I think they can only be in one group, Leverkusen.
Yeah, well, they can't be in ours.
So yeah, they're in Group B with Atletico and Porto.
Yep, they are. Wow, Leverkusen, Atletico.
I think we're going to get Inter. I think we're going to get Inter.
Oh, it'll be the story, won't it? Inter.
I think we're going to get Inter.
I don't want to get them, but
this is who I want then. It's either these or Shakhtar. If we got Shakhtar.
Sporting Lisbon.
If we got Shakhtar, Sean, oh my gosh. We'd be laughing. We'd be laughing.
Yeah. There's still the banana skin of Marseille in pot 4.
Right, B and C, I think. Oh, C and D, I think.
C and D.
Yeah, but Sporting can be in.
Yep. D
with
us.
I will take that.
Absolutely, yes, take that all day.
I will bloody take that.
Very good. Couldn't get
That's so good. That is so good.
Oh wow.
We're getting lucky, man. We're getting lucky.
Tory on the draw.
We're getting so lucky. What is going on?
Well, yeah, but we mustn't underestimate these teams.
No, we can't. But I'm only saying that in reference to the teams we could have got. Let me preface that before. Yeah,
remember the Conference League last season.
Yeah, before I do, end up embarrassing myself. I'm not saying that these teams are going to be easy. I'm just saying I'd rather Sporting than PSG, and I'd rather Frankfurt than Bayern Munich. So, and Shakhtar, I think, are with Real Madrid and who else? I can't remember who Real Madrid are. Leipzig. That's it.
Right, okay. It's a Shakhtar there.
Inter time.
Inter, we've got to go in Group
I think they have
C.
to go with Bayern. Yeah, they have to go with
Barcelona
Bayern.
and Inter. Oh my God! Jeez. Group of death staring out there.
There's your group of death.
Oh my God! There's your group
believe
of death.
It? Wow. Yeah, there's your group of death. That's 100% group of death, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, FFHD agrees. If we don't turn up, it could be shameful.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only negative.
Yeah, and there's Sid, Barca, Bayern, and
that is.
Oh my God!
Group of pure and utter death. That is.
God, can you imagine if they threw Marseille in there at the end?
I would love that.
Oh
I
my
would
God.
love that.
Yeah. Anyway,
I bet you love to see Rangers in there.
Rangers would be the whipping boys in Group C.
Yeah, I was going to say. I bet you'd love to see that.
I've got a feeling we're going to get one of the Scottish teams. I
wouldn't mind that.
Celtic, to be fair,
I wouldn't mind that. Not a long travel, is it?
No. Well, certainly not for me.
No.
A number 9 bus to Ibrox.
Literally round the corner.
Yeah. Not that I'll get a ticket, but never mind.
Yeah, you know what? I'm very, very happy. I think we cannot complain
is that pot 3 concluded? Yeah.
Pot 3 is concluded. They're just advertising the fourth ones.
So I'll put up the pot 4 teams for our viewers. So it's Club Brugge, Celtic, Marseille, Dinamo Zagreb, who I seem to remember humiliated us in the
in the Europa Conference,
League.
Was it?
No, was it not the
Europa League? Sorry.
Yeah. Copenhagen, Rangers, Pilsen of Czechlands, and Maccabi Haifa.
I would take the bottom 2. That'd probably be my.
That would be easy peasy group, wouldn't it? But I think we've ridden our luck so far. So let's not.
Yeah. Frankfurt. Oh my gosh. I'd be so happy if we could.
Frankfurt and Porto, that I would have chosen for group 1, and we got one of them, so that's fine.
Yeah. Can't complain. I actually can't complain at all. Sporting, Frankfurt, and if we got Maccabi Haifa as well, that'd be great.
Yeah, we've done well. Oh, what is this?
Celtic's the first one.
So they can be in.
I think they can
Well,
be
they can be in any group, can't they?
Yeah, all of.
Yeah. So what are they saying?
I think they're going to go with. I think they might be the whipping boys. They might be in the Group C. You know.
That would be
Imagine.
Cool. No, I don't want them. I don't want that to happen.
Any team that has to go in that final spot is going to struggle.
Oh, don't give them C. Whoever you are.
That'll be harsh.
Don't give them a C, please. F. Oh,
who's
still
that
a tough
again?
Group. Real, Leipzig, Shakhtar, and Celtic.
Ooh.
My God, Celtic, that's a toughie. That's a toughie. Well, big shout out to my Celtic family, who will be over the water celebrating or not.
You know what? That trip to the Bernabeu will be unforgettable, though, won't it?
Oh yeah, they'll love
it.
They'll
shades of Barcelona all over again, won't it?
Yeah, they'll love that. Yeah. So, as the next draw's up. Oh, it looks
Marseille. Ooh. So we just need to avoid Marseille then, don't we?
Yeah, I think this may be where our luck runs out.
I think. I'd love to see them in Group C because that would make it the hardest group by far. Let's see if you're right. Let's see if they join us. I think they're going to get C. I'd love them to get C because that would be an incredibly tough group for anyone.
No, they're
with us.
They're with us. So Marseille complete our group.
Not bad. Not
bad. Yeah, I'm quite fancy that.
You know what? If you had looked back at that draw and said you're going to get Frankfurt, Lisbon, and Marseille, I think we would have all said, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm not going to complain at that. I'll be happy. I'm happy with that.
So I don't know whether you want to stay for the rest of the draw, Darius, or
we may as well do. We'll do the last few balls and then we can wrap up. We can do a little round up and then we'll pretty much wrap up.
Yep.
So Copenhagen's next. They can be in anyone but DNF.
But DNF.
Because DNF have already filled up. Watch it be sad old little Maccabi Haifa that gets put in with all the big boys.
They want to avoid C, don't they? You want to avoid C. Oh. G. So they're in with Man City, Sevilla, Dortmund, your other team, and Copenhagen. Woo.
That's a pretty tough group, to be fair.
Yeah, that'll be competitive, definitely.
Haaland going back to Dortmund as well, so that'll be another interesting story.
There's another story, yeah. I mean, the media are loving this draw, aren't they?
There's stories telling themselves.
Ali Gold will be in his element, yeah.
Yeah, Haaland going back to Dortmund will be nice.
Who we got this?
Club Brugge. A, B, C, E, and H.
Not C for Bruges. Come
on. I like Club Brugge. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve that.
So, it is a miracle how they get this, this because of the cross association nonsense, how they get it sorted.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't make a mistake. They're very.
I think they did last year, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? They had to do the whole draw again. Yeah, that's so true.
Group B for our friends.
Club Brugge. I'm happy that they didn't get C.
So they've got Porto, Atletico, Madrid, Leverkusen, and Bruges. That's a good group. Some good teams in there. Good footballing teams.
I'm looking out for the hipster group of this Champions League because.
The hipster group,
there's always one with 4 teams that people don't really pay attention to, but maybe should do. So we'll wait and see what the hipster
one with the trousers that don't meet the ankles. Yeah, that
one. Who's next? Oh, Rangers.
Oh, no. Group C.
A and C. They've only got A and C, so it's going to be tough either way. That's tough either way. A or C. Liverpool, Napoli. Or Ajax, or it's Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Can't
Oh
remember who
my
the third
God!
one.
If it's going to be, it's A. So they've
Yeah,
avoided the group of death. Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. Now, that's a good
that's a
group.
good group. That's a
That
good
is a
group.
good
Yeah, I
group.
like that
Yeah.
group.
We'll see how that pairs out.
Look at Van der Sar right there.
Will I go and see Tanguy at Ibrox? I don't think so.
Maybe not.
Maybe
Here we
not.
go. So I think it's looking a little bit sad for one of these two smaller clubs. I think they're going to get put with the big boys.
So is it Maccabi Haifa?
We've got Zagreb now, who have just been drawn.
Are they right? Okay, so it's C or E, is it?
So they have to be in C, E, or H.
Or H.
Zagreb. Let's see if Zagreb get put in the group of death. I really don't want it to be Pilsen or Maccabi Haifa. That's just going to be so sad.
Yeah, that'd be painful for them.
Zagreb are in
Group E.
Group E. So we are going to get Haifa or Pilsen in that horrible group. Great night out for the fans, though. Can't lie to you.
Yeah.
Chelsea,
so
Chelsea have
Zagreb
got
joined
it.
Chelsea, Salzburg, and Milan.
Decent group. That might be my little hipster group, even though I don't really like Chelsea. I love Milan and I love Salzburg. So
yeah, that could be the hipster group, as you say. So it just leaves Maccabi Haifa
and Pilsen.
Or Pilsen.
And here's Maccabi Haifa. Oh, I feel so sorry for these two clubs. They've got it rough. They've got it really rough because it's PSG, Juve, or Barcelona and Bayern Munich.
So who's in the draw? Who's drawing now?
This is Maccabi Haifa's group that we're going to find out. And I think it's going to be the PSG Juve group, and I think Pilsen are going to get Group C.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely spot on. They are in Group H with Paris Saint-Germain, Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa.
Tough group.
That's a tough group. Yeah.
Just to confirm, Yaya.
And Yaya will just take out Pilsen, who will be lambs to the slaughter.
Really and truly. It's not looking good. That is a tough group. That is a tough.
Oh my God!
Tough.
I think. I mean, they're not even in with a chance of the Europa League. Are they Pilsen?
It's going to be like Sheriff. It'll be Sheriff all over again. Remember when Sheriff got the win against Real Madrid last year? If they can even do anything similar of the kind, then I think that would be successful for them. That is
If they can avoid a defeat in Group C.
That Group C is awful, mate. That Group C is awful. So we've got Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, Rangers for Group A, Porto, Atletico, Leverkusen, Bruges for Group B. That's going to be my hipster group. In fact, that's definitely my hipster group. Group B is the hipster group. Group C, Munich, Barcelona, Milan, and Haifa. Group D, what was Group D again? Inter Milan, sorry. What was Group D again, sorry?
Group D is Frankfurt, Tottenham.
Of course.
Sporting Lisbon and Marseille. That's a good little group too,
Group E, AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, and Dinamo Zagreb. Group F is Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Celtic. Group G, City, Sevilla, Dortmund, and I can't remember who the next one was. Copenhagen, and then I can't see Group H. If you remember,
Group H is Paris, Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa.
There we go. So
wow.
John,
so let's have a look at my what was my prediction?
Yeah, let's have a look. Actually, good point.
What did I get? Did I get anything right?
You got Ajax and Liverpool. You got
Ajax
and Liverpool, right?
Can you believe it? I got it absolutely spot on.
Oh my gosh!
Only I didn't get Group D. Would you believe it? That simulation worked for me. I predicted it. Thank you very much.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh,
you actually did as well. That's actually really scary because that's for us as well. Of all teams you could have got it for, that's for us. That's actually crazy. I'm definitely clipping.
The stream. I could have just shown that slide and said, "This is our group."
I'm clipping this small part of this video, and I'm gonna somehow edit this and put this on Twitter, because the fact that you've managed to do that, I don't even care if you've done a simulation. The fact that the simulation has come out and given us the exact group is beyond scary. Sean, what are the lottery numbers for tonight, mate? What are the lottery numbers for tonight?
I wish. No. Anyway,
that's crazy.
So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Let's have a few more.
See what people are saying.
Yeah, let's have a look here. So, Colin Francis, I'll take that. Could have been so much worse. Yep. Kevin Murray, Liverpool got Rangers. Yeah, okay. A little bit of British domestic interest there. Zuki Spur. I'll big up Zuki. Hopefully, Marcus Edwards Sporting Lisbon catches Conte's eye and we can re-sign him. Oh, of course, I forgot about that. Now, that's a reunion. I forgot all about that because he went Sporting, didn't he, in the summer?
Yeah.
Oh man, that remember the praise that Pochettino heaped upon him, and it kind of killed him. Didn't
a lot of praise on him. A lot of.
Oh man, so Marseille we got, Oh, the judge is in. I'm so excited for the Champions League. I hope you've enjoyed the stream if you've been watching. Oh, look at your man. Close to home there, Darius. Believe yet? Is it written in the stars?
I believe we might get through the group stage. I think we actually might get through the group stage now.
We might get through the group stage.
I'm not on you and Deji's train just yet, Sam. So, okay. not that far yet.
Anyway. So, the judge is back. You talking to me? I always said we could win the Champions League.
Jodie's on the train as well. It seems like Jodie's on the train as well.
I don't think she's either that or she's been on the Prosecco a bit early. Anyway, so it's so I'll take the slides off and we'll kind of wrap up the stream, I suppose. I hope everyone's enjoyed it and our enthusiasm has come through. It's been very comfortable.
Yeah.
So this, obviously the headline is Tottenham's group is headed by Eintracht Frankfurt, winners of last year's Europa League. Ourselves, Sporting Lisbon with Marcus Stewart, is it?
Edwards.
Marcus Edwards. Sorry, my apologies. To come back to the lane to remind us of that he was once with us, and finally a trip to Marseille. Those fans
are going to be very, very, very up for it, aren't they?
Yeah, they will.
You have to bring some protection. If you're going as an away fan, you better bring a shield or something because they'll probably be throwing bottles at you.
If I was going to any away trip, I think it would be Lisbon, followed by Marseille.
That'd be beautiful. Yeah, I'm happy, mate. Honestly, I can't complain. I can't complain. Great group.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't embarrass ourselves, but really good group, really, really good group. So Frankfurt? We've got Frankfurt in pot. Oh, that was the best. As soon as I saw Frankfurt, I was like, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, we're provided we prepare properly, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
we'll be fine. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone out there has enjoyed our little coverage of the draw. We will be back. Well, there's lots of things coming up. We've got a game at the weekend, Forest.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm saying. I think you're gonna. Well, me definitely, Sean. I'm trying. I'll be sat in Nottingham City Centre at 2:00, and I'll be just tweeting and texting everybody.
Yeah. So anyone who's in Nottingham with a spare ticket, hit up my man.
Yeah. If you are about in Nottingham, if you can't get to the Forest game, please let me know because that is where I'm from. So I'm trying to get to that game. Luckily, we've got them again in the cup as well. So even if I don't manage to get to that game, I'm going to try and get to that cup game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've got the preview, I think, on Thursday, or today's Thursday, so it'll be probably preview tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. Oh my gosh,
it's the game on Sunday,
I've got a friend with me.
Have you? Who's your friend?
He's come and joined me.
Look at that! This is what we like. More animals.
He's very happy with the draw. He's very happy with the draw.
Very happy with the draw. Yeah.
He's got bad breath.
Oh,
but yeah, we're happy. We're happy with it. So stay tuned. Previews, reviews, Judge Jody, Sid Says, talking points. We've got everything coming up for you. So hopefully you will enjoy something. And Sean, I'm pretty sure we can talk about. You know what we should do? I think me and you should try and get a little weekly European show going on for this Champions League game or Champions League season, and we can talk about all the other teams, or we can talk about just Tottenham.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we need to do. So yeah, if you are up for that, then me and you could potentially host a little European weekly show if you have got time. So that would be quite good.
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Anyway, folks, time to go. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Paxton Road will be with you shortly. The league continues again at the weekend. Nottingham Forest, 3 points, please, Antonio and the boys. And with that, come on, you Spurs.
Say goodbye.